happened with the peaches.
Yeah.
Hi, today we're making fancy vittles for our girlfriends. I think everyone is familiar with like what girls do on a night in. What we do is we all meet in one person's house and then like eat, I don't know, like drink and gossip and then go home and cut ourselves.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, no. If you do ever see any like cuts or grazes on my arm or anything, it's not from self-harm. I'm not cool enough. It's probably just from cooking.
Yep.
Oh, what food? Lily will tell you what food we're making actually.
Yeah, we're just going to do a ham. And we're going to rest it. I actually have it on already.
Yeah.
And we're going to do all the glaze all over it and everything with brown sugar and mustard.
Yeah.
And then if you do the vegetables over here.
Yeah, ham and vegetables.
And potatoes.
The girls are just probably going to throw it up afterwards anyway. No, they won't. They won't. They won't. We're not teenagers anymore. Keep our dinners. One thing that I love about girls is that, like, I don't know if it's just my friends or if it's Irish girls or what, but I know I'm about to make a big generalisation. And that is that girls find it hard to take compliments. I know I do. Like, I think the fear is that if you just accept a compliment, then the person that gave you the compliment, if you just say like, thanks, then that person will think that you're up yourself. And there's no worse crime. Hi.
Hey girl.
How are you?
Oh, grand.
Good.
Oh my God, look at you.
Yeah.
Maeve, you're so skinny. You have gone away to nothing.
Yeah, so if someone gives you a compliment, what you have to do to prove that you're not up yourself is you have to like deny the compliment, really strenuously deny the compliment using like research that you have done to prove how horrific you actually are. See? I'm actually massive. I did this new thing at work where you can put in all your statistics into the internet, you know, and they match you up with an animal, like what you're most similar to, sort of thing. Not personality-wise now or anything, but I put in my height and weight, and baby whale came up. I don't know what the term is, calf, I think. A calf, whale calf. And I'm identical to him in things like weight and horoscope. Anyway, so I'm actually massive. I just had crisps for my lunch there. Yeah, so you deny the compliment, but not only that, you then send one back to the original giver. But your top is stunning. Who denies it?
This top, I get sick when I look at this top. I've noticed now that you've drawn attention to it. I got it in a charity shop down the road. It was full of bullet holes when I bought it. Somebody died in this top.
And then sends one back to you.
But your hair is really nice. It's lovely. Yeah, look at it. Do you know, actually, you know who you kind of remind me of? You look really like her, Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie, I doubt it. I'd say more like her dad, like Lionel Richie, something. Hello, is it me you're looking for? If I had a longer face, but I've got his hair. And that's not, like, I am not an African-American man, but I do have the hair of one. I don't think that we should be that hard on ourselves, you know. I think we should just accept a compliment for God's sake, you know? For crying out loud, just say thanks. Because, you know, if you're not able to accept compliments, that means you've got some kind of serious problem. And it also leaves you open to attack from your inner critic, you know.
Oh, we like this. Here, leather jacket, greaser, go grease lightning. Pity you'd need a tub of bloody grease just to get you into it. You can wrap that thing round your neck as many times as you like. Won't be hiding the chins you got. Miss 40 chins, more chins than a Chinese phone book. That's what you got, lady.
He can pop out any time, especially like if you're getting ready to go out and you're like deciding what to wear and thinking about what you look like.
Ah, look at those legs. You a size 20 or just 20 stone? Boom, boom.
If your confidence is quite low, then he will totally take advantage of that.
Boom, boom. Keep walking.
I don't know. I find in these modern times, I have a problem with this, that everything has to be so sexy all the time now. Like, I don't know why people think they have to be sexy if they're on TV, for example. Like, I think, call me old-fashioned, but the most amount of people I would want to have sex with me at one time is one person. I don't want everybody thinking that I'm sexy. That's creepy.
The crowds gather, the excitement mounts.
I'd be like, oh, I'm actually grand. You know, I don't know. One person at a time. I don't know. But yeah, I just don't know why everything has to be sexy. Like, even like Halloween, because I love Halloween and I love making an effort with my fancy dress costume. But now, like, if you're invited to a fancy dress costume now, you might as well just like cross out the fancy and add in sexy. Because like most people, when they have fancy dress parties, basically what they mean is sexy dress parties. Like, remember last time we went to the girls' house for a fancy dress party? Oh, Karen opened the door and I was like, whoa, because I was like, what are you supposed to be? And she was like, I'm a cat. But like, I know cats, and she was not a cat. She definitely wasn't like a yard cat with like one missing eye and like a mangy tail, just like burrowing in her fur for some kind of flea. But she was like in a black leotard, basically, with like little whiskers. She looked amazing. And I was like, wow. And then I felt kind of weird because I had put a lot of effort into mine. I was like, thanks for telling me that it was a sexy dress. Thanks for telling me that, you know. Maybe if you had told me that, then I wouldn't have arrived as a medley of winter vegetables. But it was good because they recognised a lot of the vegetables on me. That was quite good. You know, they were like, your arm is definitely squash and your fingers are little marrows. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, and your hair is kale. And I was like, oh. Because I hadn't done anything to my hair, like, I didn't think about it. So the girls that are coming tonight for the food, they're mainly from Cove, except for Josie. And my friend from Dublin, Eleanor, she's not coming down because she couldn't, because she didn't know about it. Because I would just be afraid that she just has this habit of like talking about sex like in the middle, like you would be having a totally innocuous conversation and she just brings up something graphic about her sex life, you know.
I'm finding it really hard to make my boyfriend come these days.
What?
Like, the only thing that seems to work is if I stick my thumb up his bottom.
Jesus.
Like right up.
And I was just like, Jesus, God, why did she? Because first of all, I didn't know what the proper response to that is, you know. And second of all, I couldn't stop looking at her hand on my mug. And then I was just like, oh, like, how am I going to know which mug that it is, you know, because I've got 6 matching mugs. And how can you tell them apart? Like, you can't tell, if you've got 6 matching mugs from the same manufacturer, everything, you can't tell them apart. There's no way of knowing which one is the bum mug. Unless you lean across and make a little mark on her mug, like, sorry, that's your special one there now, it's for you. I suppose her boyfriend could use it as well. I don't know. So yeah, I wish she didn't talk about sex all the time. Even though, I mean, I know, my God, I'm emancipated. I know it's important to talk about sex, you know, but just not in that context, like, my God. But I know it is really important. In fact, I would love to, my ideal, sometimes I think my dream job would be to work in a blood bank, you know, where I could just quiz people about their sex life all day. Okay, so question 3. Have you ever had sex with a man who's repeatedly told you he doesn't want to be in a relationship, but you've sort of pretended, you've gone along with it, pretended you're too busy to have a boyfriend as well, and blah, 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 so just a physical thing, you know, whatever. You're modern, whereas in reality it's been corroding your soul slowly for years. You know, I don't know, but basically I would love to know what's normal. So, yes, you have? You do? No. I knew it. Also, you read advice in women's magazines, they always give the same advice, don't they? They always say, like, women, you need to ask for what you want in bed. You know, they're like, how's he gonna know? You've got to ask for what you want in bed. And I agree, you know, I think it's important, of course it is, but sometimes it's difficult, you know, and he's not expecting it. Could I have a car, do you think? I really want a car. What are we doing? The craft we're doing today is making
little place names in the shape of doves for the girls.
Yeah.
And then they can take them away and keep them afterwards then to remember what a lovely night we had.
place named doves.
Yeah.